You believe all women only want money, but that belief alone is what's keeping you stuck. Because somewhere along the way, you fell for the lie that being kind means being weak, that leading with love means getting used. And now you move through dating guarded, cynical, and careful. But here's the truth no one tells you. If you believe women only want money, you will only attract girls who want money. Because wounded energy recognizes wounded energy. You stopped growing, you stopped learning. You convinced yourself that the problem is women instead of asking yourself what within you still needs healing. So now you show up defensive, testing, and keeping score. And then you wonder why connection never lasts. Your mindset shapes your reality. The moment you think women are out to use you, you've already given your power away. A healed woman embodied in her feminine energy isn't hunting for your wallet. She's drawn to a man who knows his worth, a man who has done the inner work, a man who can show up grounded, calm, and emotionally secure. Stop letting toxic narratives about women churn you into the very man you never wanted to become. Your beliefs don't protect you. They create your dating reality. The problem isn't girls wanting money. It's men abandoning their power.
Already gave you the time and the place, so don't be shy. Just come be the man I need. Tell me you got something to give. I want it. I kinda like it when you call me wonderful. Whatever the type of talk it is, go on then. I gotta know you're meant to be the man I need. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me.
The women in the black household, they groom you to be a certain way and then they demonize you for being exactly who it is that they created you to be. So it's like y'all telling me I'm not grown. Y'all telling me to stay in a child's place, but yet y'all not treating me like a child. But yet I have to do grown things. Yet I have to, physically do certain things myself because the adults in my life are not doing it. But then y'all telling me to stay in a child's place. So how can I stay in a child's place, but yet I don't have any childlike responsibilities? It's not making sense here. Y'all not making it make sense. So, yeah. This is so good, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. This is magnificent. I'm not even gonna lie. She snapped. I'm eating everything she recommended. I'll let y'all know.
I fear that the man I'm talking to, I'm his first baddie.
This is the last thing I'm going to say about this because I've already talked about why men are reacting the way that they are to this video. And that's simply because they don't believe that she is a baddie. Because for one, the superior attitude is unattractive. And two, they simply just don't see it. But even a lot of women are having a strong negative reaction to this video because what that woman is doing is she is essentially bashing all of the exes of that man, meaning that she is making herself superior to a whole bunch of women, which is just not cool.
Oh, you're a feminist and think women should have the freedom to choose? Oh, but you shame women who choose marriage, motherhood, and staying home? Right. Oh, you're a feminist and preach my body, my choice? Oh, but you judge women who choose to use their bodies for pregnancy and breastfeeding? Right. Oh, you're a feminist and support all women? Oh, but you tear down women who embrace traditional femininity? Right. Oh, you're a feminist and don't judge women for their choices? Oh, but you call traditional women pick-me's and brainwashed? Right. Oh, you're a feminist and all forms of womanhood are valid? Oh, but you mock women who find fulfillment in homemaking? Right. Oh, you're a feminist and want to smash the patriarchy? Oh, but you still expect men to pay for dates and protect you? Right. Oh, you're a feminist and promote body positivity? Oh, but you shame women who dress modestly and choose not to sexualize themselves? Right. You can't claim to support women's choices while actively hating the women who make different choices than you. This isn't feminism, it's just misogyny with a different label.
Like, I'm telling you, I want 5 bad. I don't chase, I attract, nigga. And I'm downstairs whacking off in my mom's basement. Crazy. Am I delusional for thinking that I deserve 5 bad while living with my mom and drinking Mountain Dew every day?
Yes. Absolutely.
So why the do women think they're entitled to a top shelf guy while behaving the way that they've always behaved?
Gotcha.
Why while behaving the way that they've always behaved.
Gotcha.
Ooh. I had a little love.
Do you guys see like how this is ridiculous? Like,
the streets are talking, bro. The streets are talking. And I don't necessarily mean like the literal streets, but I mean everywhere. You look in the comments, you look in group chats, you're looking at podcasts, you're looking at the barbershop, just quite literally anywhere that men congregate. You're having these conversations, and when you have a lot of people that are saying the same thing, you got to stop and ask, what's really going on? What's happening? When you have a lot of men that you try to say, oh, these are just bitter dudes. No, you have a good amount of men saying, wait a minute, modern women are acting crazy. You noticing that too? Yeah, man, no, we're not gonna be doing that. We're not gonna be doing that. And then you get mad because a man ain't with it. That's your fault. That's your problem.
Let's talk about the social media presence. If you are like promoting a lot of sexually provocative stuff that seems to invite a lot of male validation, guys see that as a non-negotiable for relationships. That's why guys will go to a strip club, but they never wife her. They might sleep with her, but they never commit to her.
See, I know, and I had that issue with my brand, especially as I was starting it, because I was like the main model for it. So none of my loungewear and underwear is like smutty stuff. It's all comfort loungewear. However, yes, there are pictures of me in a bikini or underwear, and I'm like, it's my brand. I'm promoting my brand, not myself. But I can see why, that's going to make a lot of guys go, no.
Well, it will make the guys that most women want go, no. There are other guys who be like, I'm happy to accept it, but they're usually the guys that you're not attracted to, that you don't actually want. A lot of the time. Also, a lot of the time, those are the guys that maybe are not as masculine, not as traditional. They're a lot more modern, 50-50, maybe even a lot more submissive. So it's not that you can't have a man, it's just that, is that the kind of man that you want?
This is the weird thing.
And became the best in the world. But imagine this now. What would happen if you locked in like Mike Tyson did when it comes to your partner and your relationship? You diet for them, you study them, and you make love to them regardless of how you feel or how tired you are, day after day, year after year. What do you think is going to happen? One day, you've mastered how to love them. This is exactly how boxing looks like in relationships, because love is not built on feelings, guys. It's not. It is built on consistency and discipline. Feelings change. Discipline stays. Mike Tyson didn't train only when he was motivated or only when he felt like it. He trained anyway. Same thing here. You don't become great at a relationship by feeling love. You become great by practicing love. Learn how to kiss and master it. Learn how to read your partner and master it. Learn how to communicate and master it, and learn how to repair after conflict and master it. Study your partner like Mike Tyson studied his fighters, his opponents. Then you are going to stop guessing. You will stop messing it up. You will stop losing the same fight at home. And if you put in those reps long enough, trust me, you will become the undisputed champion in your relationship. But you got to put in the work.
You believe that things used to be better. It used to be better. And if you think you could hit a button right now and we could go back, you would, I would. Ladies, would you?
No.
See? There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, but
And that's what. Actually, you know what? Hold on. And that's precisely the problem.
So there you go.
Wait. No, hold on.
But why not?
No. Wait. Before she even answers that, that is precisely the problem, and this is why guys have to deal with the new normal.
Yep. Okay.
The average
I guess I'm
modern
getting
woman.
black-pilled.
The average modern woman.
I just got black-pilled, I guess.
I'm telling you, like, women would rather be independent, getting by a bunch of random chads, working a job, than actually being with a guy that loves them and respects them and having kids. Let me finish what I'm saying.
Please.
Okay. You guys just proved the point right there. He literally said, do you want to go back to the 1950s?
No, let's be clear. I'm getting black-pilled in real time because Fresh said he wanted to go back.
Yeah,
and I'm black, and you're black, and that would have been tough for you going back 150 years.
So, and here's the thing, right? And let's say we didn't have these women here. Let's say we had a bunch of women that went to Columbia, Yale, whatever. They would all say the same thing because nowadays women have changed. They don't want to do anything for the express pleasure of men. They don't want to be wives. They want to get married, but they don't want to be wives. They want to have their freedom. They want to be. and we have to deal with the new normal. Like, look, I wish we can go back to the 1950s, right? I wish we could be 1956 again.
Kumbaya.
But it's 2026, and these girls, quite frankly, you take an average 21-year-old girl, average 21-year-old guy, that woman has probably had more dudes than this guy will have in his entire lifetime. Women are lapping men, career-wise, income-wise. Men have to adapt for the new normal.
And this is why
I wish it wasn't this way.
And here's something that seems to get overlooked. It's really simple, to be honest with you. It's very simple. Men want to be wanted. They want to be wanted. Modern women act like they don't understand that, right? Men want to feel appreciated. Men want to know that the stuff that they're doing, the effort that they're putting out, getting up and going to work every day, that's appreciated. It means something. Like, I'm not doing this for nothing. But when you're being constantly criticized, you're constantly being told that you ain't doing enough, you're not enough, constantly being compared to some imaginary perfect man, you know, some kind of actress or actor somewhere in the movies. It wears you down, man. It really does wear you down. And eventually you say, hey man, like you're not gonna be happy with anything that I do. And that's what's happening with a lot of men out here.
My boss said the best way to get promoted is to show him my dedication outside the office. I asked my boss what I need to do to get promoted this year. He said I have all the skills, but promotions aren't just about work. I asked, what else is there? He said dedication, and the best way to show dedication is outside the office. I asked, like volunteering or something? He laughed and said no, like showing him I'm willing to go above and beyond for him personally. Then he said the employees who get promoted fastest are the ones who make time for him. Why do men think a promotion means you owe them your personal time?
Women are too emotional, bro. I can't deal with that right now, bro. You're not gonna be able to deal with an emotional ass woman, bro, and get rich at the same time. It's not gonna work, bro. Unless you got enough money to be like, here, bro, wipe your tears with this couple $100. You can't do that, bro. You can't tend and help mentally, bro, and get rich at the same time. It's not gonna work, gang. It's not gonna work. You might think, bro, I can multitask. No, you cannot. Women are emotional creatures, but at the same time, it's not gonna work, gang. It's not gonna work. You might think, bro, I can multitask. No, you cannot. Women are emotional creatures, bro. They don't even be knowing what be wrong with them. That's what's wrong with her. What's wrong? Why you say, I don't even know? What you mean you don't know? What you want to eat? I don't know. What you mean you don't know what you want to eat? Are you thirsty? Yeah. You want some water? No. You want some Sprite? No. You want a Dr. Pepper? No. Okay, what do you want? I don't know. And you think you can deal with it like that and get rich at the same time? Come on, cuz, loot over luck. You can't deal with her emotions, gang. You're not gonna be able to do it. You're not gonna be able to do it. You're not gonna be able to do it. I don't give a fuck how you like, you know what I'm saying, try to tell yourself in your brain, I can do it. No, you can't. Not gonna be able to do it, brother. It's impossible.
One thing my stepdaddy used to always tell me, as long as you got a man, don't call me for no help. Okay? You got a man. Ask him. Stop being so scared to ask your man for. That's who you're supposed to ask, your other half, and vice versa. So don't be calling up your homegirls and everybody in your phone for the rest of your bill money. Call your man, the one that lays up with you every night, that be at your house, dropping them draws. You getting on your knees for. Ask that man for some money.
I made that video years ago, but my advice still stands the same. Ask that man for some money, okay? And again, I'm your girl J Monique, and Sue can play that game right. Make sure you like, comment, and share to a friend that needs to hear this.
She breaks down women delusion perfectly.
And this is why I don't really do the sisterhood.
I'm gonna be real, because women coddle each other's BS, women lie to each other, women pretend, women are self-soothing and just trying to cope with their failures. They don't ever want to really face life, face the truth. Hence why someone can come on a show overweight and say they want a man that looks nothing like them. How does that happen? How do we get there? I really want the best for women, so I get very saddened by the fact that we are willing to on hills that don't serve us. Exhibit A, right? Life is reciprocal, delusional, and it's actually just wrong to ask of a man who takes care of himself and works hard, yet you don't take care of yourself and work hard. That is not fair.
She points it out perfectly. Your preferences are your own, but how the hell did we even get here? You know what I'm saying? How are you looking like this or big as but you want someone that doesn't even look like you, or your standards are for someone that is higher than the standards you have for yourself? How do you ask someone for something you cannot give yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I tell you exactly how they got here. Social media and other people that are speaking the opposite of what she's saying has you believing you deserve something you truly don't. That's like a bunch of people telling broke people you can get a mansion, just, you know, go out there and try to get it. Just go to the bank and say you want this house, regardless of what your credit score is, and you'll get it. Nah, that's complete. But that's what women are telling other women nowadays. And even in the group amongst women themselves, they tell each other fake. Become fake, and they let you know things that aren't true because women are not real with each other. Where you have women like this who they'll call a pick-me, telling women, yo, what is good with y'all, and saying the truth. Yo, this is literally women's delusion, and she hit it right on the money. So watch who's out there, because these women are seeing mirages out here.
Shorty slid in my DM and said, first time in your life you got so much views, thank God for me. If you don't know who this is, I'll jog your memory.
Your birthday, get high if you want to. It's your birthday, get fried if you want to. On my birthday, I'll cry.
I don't really gotta say too much, but I don't think she knows how to count numbers, but my top video is 4.2 million. Second is 2.1, and the other one is 1.5. And I have other videos that's millions, but those are the ones that I pinned because, you know, I actually like those videos more than the other ones. But, yeah. Let's see your video. Shorty, 44.1K is not a million, so I don't know how you gave me the most views. The video below you did 50K, so honestly, I don't know what you're talking about. And for everybody who's wondering, if you go on her page, her comments are limited on that same video because people were telling her, like, why are you going outside dressed like that? So I know for a fact you feel kind of dumb and you're just trying to double down. My advice, you can keep the video up, but if you're looking for a husband or somebody to take you serious, you should take the video down. That's just my dating advice. You don't got to take it if you don't want it. And when dudes slide you in your DMs and don't take you serious and just want to clap your cheeks and leave, you'll wonder why. So, I don't know.
And you know, when Future says she belongs to the streets, you know, it might sound funny. It might sound funny, but he's being dead serious. And when you hear men use it, and when somebody says it, you know, like I said, it sounds funny, but they're not just being funny. It's a warning. Men are telling other men, hey, watch out for these women. Watch out for this one right here. She playing games. She doing stuff that she's not supposed to be doing, right? And instead of asking why men are saying that, instead of looking at what behavior you're exhibiting that has earned that title, you're sitting up here laughing it off, ignoring it. But it's not going to be funny when you try to come around and say, hey man, can you take me on a date? No. Why not? I'm dressed like this. I look like this. Yada, yada, yada. She belongs to the streets.
How old are you, ladies?
I'm 49. 40 fine. I'm 22.
Has dating gotten easier for you or harder?
I don't know. I'm about to find out.
Why do you say that?
Because I just left my husband.
Is your drive still as high as it was when you were her age?
Oh my God. It's higher, baby. Higher. Like at 22, I had no idea what was going on. At 40 fine, yeah.
Now you know exactly how to pleasure a man.
I know exactly what to tell you, where to go, how to get there, and a little then more and then some.
I mean, you like a young guy, right?
I'm
not just all about.
I wouldn't mind trying that out.
Might as well have some fun while you're still here.
Listen, I met my husband 20 years ago.
Let's not talk about that.
Young.
I'm in Miami for the weekend. You know what I'm saying, sweetheart?
I remember what a young boy tastes like. I wouldn't mind tasting that again.
Jamaican chocolate?
I love that. Yes.
I mean, we are on an island. We might as well.
I mean, we're tropical people, aren't we? I'm Dominican.
All right, so when are we going to send the little kid home? You know what I'm saying? Like, the hotel room is back there,
she's
baby.
She's my roommate. I could send her home, but... We can, come on. No!
Ladies, if you got a man that is racing to come home to stay with you and he's dodging his homeboys on the weekends just to be laid up with you and staying home, congratulations. You made the most peaceful sanctuary house a man could ever have, because somebody who is not happy in their house, they're racing to hit the streets. They're racing to go to a happy hour. They're racing to leave outside. But if you made home a vacation, he's winning. He's at his utmost luxury. And I feel like you can have a big house, but if it ain't a home, ain't nobody want to stay in that house.
So she came over to hang with me and she started breaking all my for no reason. She drank 2 Long Islands and can't handle it. She been hitting me, abusing. Look at the TV. She broke PS5, everything. Throwing in my... Still hitting me. Still hitting me. Hitting me with a phone. China!
You hit me!
Still hitting me.
So why am I showing you this? Because we need to stop pretending that it is impossible for men to be the victims of female perpetrators in DV situations. It is my understanding that all of this occurred because he did not want to continue seeing her because she had a new boyfriend, and so she completely lost it. And it is also my understanding that nothing was done about this from the police. People really think it's simply a man's world and they just get off scot-free and enjoy a very easy life, but he's not being compensated for any of that damage. He just has to eat all of that. Not to mention the bruises, the psychological damage, the emotional damage, the trust issues. People in the comments were even like, whoa, 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 she said that you hit the psychological damage, the emotional damage, the trust issues. People in the comments were even like, whoa, 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 she said that you hit her. Like, dude, are you kidding me? We all saw the same thing here, right? We all saw that she had the ability to leave at any point and instead continued kicking the crap out of his TV, wailing the crap out of his head. I'm sorry if his hand went out at one point to try to stop her. I think he's allowed to do that, no? Dude, people were also like, you should have left. It's his house. She should have left. She saw that he was filming and still continued to act that way. So I don't think she gets to be mad that that video is now out exposing exactly the kind of person she is. We need to start taking male victims a lot more seriously because ignoring it is just enabling this kind of behavior. Male victims deserve support too.
The most dangerous moment in my life was realizing that I wasn't the victim. Because if I wasn't the victim, then that meant I was the common denominator. And that pissed me off. Because it meant I couldn't blame my ex anymore. I couldn't blame my trauma. I couldn't blame my family. I couldn't blame my past. I had to literally look at the patterns that I was still creating. I thought my life was just a series of terrible things always happening to me. Toxic relationships, chaos. And after leaving all of that behind, I still was attracting the same type of men, the same dysfunction, the same broken dynamics. And then one day it finally hit me. Holy shit, I'm the common denominator. And that's when my spiritual awakening finally started, because I finally understood something that most people never realize. Life isn't happening to you. Your consciousness creates it. And that's what wealth consciousness really is. People think it's about money, but it's not. Wealth consciousness is about living in abundance in every area of your life. Love, money, health, relationships. It's understanding that your beliefs, thoughts, and energy shape your reality. People call it manifestation. Some people call it answered prayers or miracles, but it's exactly the same thing Jesus was trying to teach us with Christ consciousness. Whatever you focus your thoughts and energy on starts showing up in your life. So if you think all men are trash, all you're going to attract is trash men. If you think all women are toxic, all you're going to attract are toxic women. But when you start healing and changing the way you see yourself and the world, everything starts shifting. Your relationships, your opportunities, your peace, your bank account, that's wealth consciousness. And the reason most people never step into it is because it requires one brutal thing: radical accountability.
Most women are not having children because they just want to be a mom. Most women are using to get love, and all they get is a baby. And now they're left with nothing but resentment and struggle and a lower perceived value. Whether or not it's the patriarchy or not, that's life. It's I'm black, that's life.
It's just unrealistic expectations then on women to be those two things.
But I think the unrealistic part that you just said, the majority of children are accidents. They are not intentional. Okay. The majority of children, I slept with this man, I like this man, we raw dog.
Accidents is a crazy thing.
It's true. How many people are planning their drink?
You're right, unplanned. Accidents is crazy.
I mean,
Maybe
it's true. No, it was an accident. I did not mean for that to happen. An accident you don't mean to happen.
And it did.
And it did.
But it can't be an accident when you have the choice to nip it in the bud.
No, it is an accident because maybe you don't have the money to make the choice. Maybe you don't have the privilege to make the choice. Maybe you live in a state and you can't get to the state over to make the choice. There's so many things of why you can't. So let's say we did this thing that I did not plan on. It was an accident, whatever. Unplanned, however you want to word it, doesn't matter.
I will say if we speak to high value,
yes,
or high, let's take a high value. Let's do high earning.
Okay. Which also
if you think of
hella low value, by the way.
High earning women,
yes,
that I know in my space, could give a about whether their child even has a dad because they want to be a mom.
They're probably older.
And they're older. They're in their 30s because there's a ticking time. Again, scientifically, if you have the money to go through IVF, I have two friends that just went through IVF. Expensive.
Yeah, it is.
So
like 30 grand.
So they're on a time constraint, or then you have to pay for a surrogate, or so to me, this idea of and going back to a woman who's 50 with two kids, even one baby daddy. This idea that she didn't want to or isn't wife material, I think that's the rhetoric I wish we as women would stop putting out there, because that is the thing too, in terms of the Kevin Samuels and people who have sat here and talked about a woman being high value or losing value or being less worthy. This idea that we as women project that, knowing what our bodies intake or go through, knowing women that are dope women. I just hate that we are pushing that narrative that, well, maybe they're not the material to be chosen by one of these bum.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if a man offers a walk, a coffee, or a hike for a first date, he does not value you, or he's cheap, or broke, and he's not dateable. But if you accept, you've got low self-esteem, and you got to work on that. Well, you might be wondering, what do I do if a man offers a hike, a coffee, a walk for a first date? And the answer is simple. Ignore, ghost, unmatch. It's not even worth a second of your time to come up with whatever you're going to say back. Once a low baller, always a low baller. And you might be saying, oh, well, what about communicating my needs? No, communication is for married people. Thank you. Next.
Okay, man. Just, guys, if you reach out to this one and she ignores you, just consider yourself lucky. You got spared by the grace of God by something terrible. So, honey, listen, they're vetting you. This is what's happening right now, guys. All over the internet. All over. I'm telling you. Don't look because you'll waste your time. Go out and make your money. Let my folks look and bring it to your attention. A nice, concise fashion. They're all over the internet, and they are flipping the F out because you're not spending money on the first date. They're mad about the coffee date. They're mad about the walk date. I think the more times I tell guys, hey, to do that, you're doing it, and they're getting all twisted and rancid inside. Good. This is how you weed out the trash. It's amazing. You weed out the girl trash, right? Because if she automatically on date one has an expectation that you're supposed to shell out your cash, A, gold digger, 2, there for the wrong reasons, 3, you're never going to please her, 4, oof, get out of there before you're buried 2 dogs and a wife deep, is all I'm saying. Get out and save yourself. Honey, so let me just check you for a second. These guys are now vetting you. They're tired of going out on a first date with you and shelling out their cash and getting treated like crap. They're tired of you getting online and laughing about them. Ooh, I went out and spent all this money, I'll never talk to him again. And seeing your stupid TikTok videos, right, where you make fun of them after they shelled out, $100+ on a dinner for you to eat, a 6-course meal, got all full, and then you went out and got drunk with some other guy and took him home that night. They're tired of the game. So now they're doing a walk. They're doing a gym date. They're doing a stroll. They're doing a coffee. They're doing something where they can figure out if you're worth it first, and good on them. Ladies, if you have a problem with this, the problem is you. If you have a problem with a coffee date or a walk date or a guy not shelling out cash on date 1, the problem is you. Self-reflect, look in the mirror, improve.
Did you guys know that the rate in DC is 3 times higher than the national average? Last year, I picked up the phone and I called an clinic in downtown DC to ask if my baby at the time, they didn't know I was actually pregnant. I was about 15 weeks pregnant. But I said I was 30 weeks pregnant and I just discovered that my baby has been diagnosed with Down syndrome. And here's what they had to say.
Hi, this is the... How may I help you?
Hi there. Say I'm about 30 weeks pregnant right now, and was planning on carrying to term, but just got a pretty devastating diagnosis that my fetus has been diagnosed with Down syndrome. So I'm just calling to see, I saw on your website you do offer some labor services starting in the 3rd trimester, and just wanted to explore what those options might look like.
Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm definitely happy to give you some information about our services and appointment availability.
Okay. Really the only reason that I would even be considering this is because of the new diagnosis, which is just a lot to wrap my head around. So I guess I just want to make sure that that's a valid reason to seek something like this out in Washington, D.C., and generally what that process might look like.
Absolutely. So I do see we have a couple of appointments available potentially as early as tomorrow, if you'd be interested, as well as next week. In general, it would be a 3-day process. Second day, you would receive something called dilators to help your cervix dilate. They're small, skinny rods that kind of look like a matchstick. And then on the 3rd day, we would have the actual procedure happen.
My other earlier question, is this something that you guys do pretty regularly? This is like a normal procedure that's often practiced?
Yeah, so we do specialize in all trimester care, and we do provide care up to 31 weeks and 6 days for people who have not had a C-section previously.
31 weeks and 6 days. Oh my gosh. It's enough to make your head just absolutely spin. But there is something that we can do about it. Most studies say that up to 73% of women who choose and do so out of feeling extreme financial pressure. So to counter all of the evil and darkness that is happening here in DC and to help more moms choose life, I am teaming up with Live Action and Every Life to do a very special diaper drive for our nation's capital to provide free diapers to moms in need through the amazing Nana's House. Nana's House provides so many important resources to moms who otherwise might choose, and they are dangerously low on their supply of diapers here in the DMV area. So they need our help. Until March 16th, you guys can go to the link in my bio to figure out how you can donate and try to save as many lives as possible.
A broke man is a dangerous man, and you have no business dating one. And I'm not talking about lavish dates and trips. I'm not talking about having a ridiculous standard and being shallow. I'm talking about the fact that when a man is at a point in his life and he's not able to do the most fundamental things for himself, he is at war with himself. And you will be the punching bag in the war that he is having in his own self. You do not want to be that. Society puts a lot of pressure on men to be providers, to be protectors, and their identity is associated with that. And when they cannot even do it at the most basic level for themselves, that is a problem for them. A lot of men, what they do, obviously, is survival. They'll find a female that they will love bomb, they will convince to invest in their potential, to let them move in, to, let them put their stuff in her garage or use her address or any type of thing to get by. And here's what happens. Either you spend your time, your years, your youth, your money, your resources building this man up, and because he is not in a man's position, he does not feel like a man. And once he's built up, he will take all of your investment and go invest it in another woman who actually makes him feel like a man. Or what happened in my case is that he actually stays, but he develops a secret hatred towards you. It's a secret competition. Every chance he gets, he's trying to dim your light. He tries to tear you down. He speaks negatively of you, and he doesn't want people to think good things about you. It's because he's insecure in his own manhood. And when men are broke, they are not secure in their manhood. You need to leave that man alone. You need to let him go through his process. You need to let him do whatever he needs to do to get on his feet, but you are not the one to help him. If he has to go and sleep on other people's couches, so be it. If he has to go home for a short time, so be it. We've all been at low points in our life, but you, ma'am, don't need to be the one rescuing him. You are not Build-A-Bear. You are not Captain Save-A-Ho. You deserve to be loved, protected, provided, cared for, showered with gifts, showered with love. And I'm not being shallow. It doesn't have to be trips to Paris and Rome, although we don't refuse that. I am saying that when a man is not where he wants to be, it is never going to serve you. You are going to be the one paying for it. He is either going to build himself up and go somewhere else or stay where he's at and secretly resent you for it.
Woman who comes online and intentionally humiliates you, harasses you, or wants to do a story time about her dating experience with you is already you. Because any person who wants to come online and humiliate you or treat you like in front of everybody else is somebody that's going to be to you. She is always criticizing you. She's putting you down. She's magnifying all of the little things you do and blowing it up and, tearing you down in the process and never praises you for anything that you do because she's hypercritical of you. She's already you. No person that truly loves you or cares about you is going to criticize you to the point where they diminish your self-worth. That is any woman that is intentionally bringing up things that happened 3 months ago, 6 months ago. You bring up one little thing that bothers you and she invalidates your feelings, and then she wants to bring up stuff from 6 months ago to confuse you and gaslight you. This is also a form of and you're already being if she's already doing this in the talking stages of a relationship. If she tries to compare you to any ex-boyfriend, my ex-boyfriend used to always get me cards, flowers, candy, plan all of the dates. What the do you do? And you're sitting there like, me and him are different people. She's already you. Because why is she comparing you to other people and being verbally and emotionally harmful? My favorite one that you constantly see on here, even as marriage humor, any woman that tries to tease you, make fun of you, and basically, put you down, but then she turns around and it's like, oh, I'm just kidding, it was just a joke, and she's basically being mean and disrespectful and disguising it as a joke. I'm just kidding, it was just a joke, and she's basically being mean and disrespectful and disguising it as a joke. That's a form of all of these things that you guys ignore either in the beginning or at some point in your relationship, especially these women that get validated online by social media, just know that that is not a good woman. She's never going to turn around and change because the validation and the way that she feels about herself outweighs how good or outweighs how much she likes you or even cares about you, because she's always going to put herself first. Women are inherently to men because y'all let them get away with it. If a woman is online talking about you, even before you call her your girlfriend, just know that that is not just a coincidence. That's who she is as a person, and you need to stop ignoring it. Okay, bye.
All these women are going to these places with a whole cheeks and coochie lips out on the furniture in front of children.
Shamika, what is the percentages of women that say no to men and get on a... That is the question. If you cannot answer that question, don't say... If a nigga
it's a little low. If the percentages were that high, the women would not be walking around with their asses out. If the men were really that big of predators and they were so scary because they were gonna harm us and do bad things to us, then y'all wouldn't be walking around in front of them. That's like jumping in the lion's den with some meat. Now, why would y'all be around the predators in front of the predators? I'm not blaming the victims because I'm not talking about the people that actually were attacked. I'm talking about the vast majority. We literally just got through talking about how all these women are going to these places with a whole cheeks and coochie lips out on the furniture in front of children. We just talked about that.
Okay,
I'm not
so
talking about the victims.
So can I ask this question?
I'm
right?
saying,
so
why would you set yourself up in front of predators
right?
if they predators?
All right,
Come on now.
so that means you agree about what Tokyo said, that they put themselves in that predicament, because if they was not outside,
no, everybody don't put them.
like
no,
that,
everybody don't. No,
you can be.
Everybody don't put themselves. Everybody don't put themselves in that predicament. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that if the men are so scary, why would you want to?
No, we never victim blame when it comes to
Only when it's women.
Because hold on. Do you know why y'all even think like that? Because y'all inferior to men. But we're gonna blame everybody. You have to take accountability, nigga. Bring back shame. You weird ass bitches do weird. And there's only.
And hold on. And wait a minute. And hold on. Wait a minute. Somebody said that I was slow. First of all, what's slow is walking around that's gonna you and with your whole ass out, telling them to grape you.
That's dumb.
That's slow.
That's slow.
What? You gonna go around the predators and be like, yeah,
he's gonna touch
but
me.
baby mama, right? But one thing we
with your whole ass cheeks out.
I mean, that's
crazy. That is slow.
Don't give them the right to touch you.
It don't give them the right to touch you, but why would you even be there? We're doing that in front of them.
Some girls' whole thing is, if that percentage is so low, most women speak from the exception rule. The minority doesn't make the rule for the majority. There's majority of women out here butt ass naked. You go to spring break, butt naked. You go to the club, butt naked. You go to brunch, butt naked. These is butt naked. It's not scary if you out here butt ass naked. Shut the up, bro. Y'all be making every excuse for. And that's my issue. Y'all make every excuse to where women can do what the they want, but there's no consequences. No, there are consequences to every situation that you do, bro. Every choice you make, there's a reaction to that. Duh. What the are you going outside if you so scared of niggas butt naked for?
I met this man twice. We went on 2 dates. I have maybe spent 4 hours with this person. Hadn't seen him in a week. He'd never been to my apartment. He didn't know where I live, but he found out and sent me flowers. So you guys, be careful out there.
Wait a minute, be careful out there? What do you mean? I thought that flowers and cards and other kinds of attention, I thought that was a good thing. I thought that was a good sign. Those things are investment. They cost him money. He spent time on it. He obviously put his feelings into it. So then, if she liked him a lot, that would end him up here. And if she liked him a little, that would end him up here. And even if she didn't like him at all, that would at least put him in the friend zone, right? Well, not necessarily. He actually ended up here, or more likely here. One of the biggest delusions for men in the modern dating market is that if you want a girlfriend, you have to be nice and be yourself. But if you just do these things, then no one owes you. The mistake this guy made was assuming that just because she went out with him twice, that she must have liked him. He thought, I must be somewhere around here on this scale for her, and if I get her flowers in a card, then I will end up in one of these areas. In reality, he didn't have very much of this or very much of this, and ended up probably right about here. So how could he have known where he was in all of this? Let's take it point by point.
A guy that I went on 2 dates with. 2.
Do you see the exhaustion in her eyes? There's my take on it. That's because he moved too fast. Women are not impressed by that. It is a widely held belief that women are more romantic, but in reality, men reported falling in love earlier and expressing it earlier than women. Pause for source. So confused guys who fell for the just be nice thing end up here a lot for 2 reasons. Either you assume that she's attracted to you even though you haven't given her anything she's attracted to, or you are using niceness to try to influence attraction, which doesn't work. And men often don't understand that, and they expect a return on this behavior. They go, hey, I was nice to you, so you like me now. But that's not true. These tired eyes are sick of getting rid of this guy. This emotional exhaustion comes from knowing that now she probably has work to do to convince this guy that flowers in a card do not purchase her interests. Not only was it not very much, it was also a category error. Women sometimes expect you to read their minds, but also sometimes it's not that hard. In this case, the guy was thinking with his head, we've been out on 2 dates, so she must like me. And the girl was thinking, I haven't given this guy any emotional or physical reasons to think that I like him. What is he thinking? So you have to be yourself as best as you can, and then wait to see who likes it. She wants flowers from this guy, not from this one. I'll try to do a video on indicators of interest. And then you do nice things, and you won't get this face. This guy went too fast. What did he do next?
If you're a single man between the ages of 30 and 35, it's probably time to accept that you are likely going to be a stepdad. That being said, I am accepting stepdad applications. And I know you're probably thinking, what's in it for me? Well, my baby daddy is 6'8". And you see how I'm coming, baby. You see the shoulders. If you start working with my babies right now and start paying their sports fees, you will get a return on your investment in about 15 years. And my twins are like 5, so it's really early enough we could go any direction, right? And we don't even have to be typical like basketball and football. We could really go soccer, swimming, baseball, volleyball. You tell me. All you gotta do is start paying my baby sports fees. Cause why do they cost that much? Maybe you could even start coaching one of their teams. And then when it's time for their documentary, right, you get that good character arc where you get to be the dad who stepped up. I'm from the Black Midwest, right? I'm from Cleveland. Where's LeBron from? Up the street. You know, the Midwest produces greatness. And my degree is in PR. We can really make this work, okay? Listen, serious inquiries only. Let's talk chicken.
Yeah.
So why she didn't make it work with her baby daddy? Like, why her and her baby daddy didn't come up with this plan? Listen, remember, we do not debate, we do not argue, just point and laugh. This is your daily source of comedy. Let us just laugh.
I want to take a moment to honor every stepfather. Every man who steps up and covers children that he didn't birth but would give his life for those kids and treats them like his own. For every stepfather who covered a family when another man didn't take care of his responsibilities. I want to celebrate every stepfather who stood in the gap so those kids didn't lose the love of a father because the biological didn't bother. And the scripture that we read in Luke 2 says, and it came time that she should be delivered. Joseph and Mary. Mary had a baby. Joseph was the covering, but he was not the father. I want to take a moment to honor every stepfather. Joseph wasn't just a good man, he was a great man.
Yeah, but Mary didn't go reproduce with a Dusty and then expect Joseph to go take care of it.
Come on, man. You don't know better than that as a cool person. Come on, man.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Man, this is some bullshit.
And this is why lots of men do not want to attend church, because these pastors, oh, my God. Why don't we talk about women who are reproducing with the men who won't be responsible for their seeds? Women choose irresponsible men to reproduce with. Why don't these pastors say, ladies, stop reproducing with irresponsible men instead of trying to bait responsible men in taking care of an irresponsible man's seed? Come on now. And then to be talking about, Mary and Joseph, are we serious? This is why lots of men are backing away from the church. Backing away from the church because they try to use the Bible to justify their Jezebel behavior. This is the world we live in, guys.
And one of the things that Kevin Samuels talked about was signs, shame, insults, guilt. They need to be right. And the funny thing is, you can't really shame men anymore. Be right. And the funny thing is, you can't really shame men anymore. It don't work. You can call men whatever you want. Oh, you bitter. Oh, you hurt. Oh, you an incel. Whatever the heck the word of the day is. Whatever y'all make up that's trending and stuff like that. I hear the new thing right now is something about a print or something like that. Whatever you want to say, it don't really matter. It don't hit the same. Men have heard it all at this point. And when you realize that, trying to continue to shame a man is just a tactic to try to get a man back in line, it loses its sting. It loses its power. You can't really shame a man that don't really care what you think.